capture-recapture technique is a way of estimating the size of a population. It's used in the fishing industry to estimate fish populations in rivers and lakes. The technique involves catching and tagging the animal from the whole population, then releasing it back. After a length of time, another sample is captured and a number of tagged animals counted. The size of the population is estimated using equivalent fractions. So if we have a look at this example, we want to highlight those key points so it makes it easier for us. A group of marine biologists need to estimate the number of fish in a lake. They caught 56 fish and tagged them and returned them to the lake. A couple of months later, they caught 90 fish from the same lake and found that 23 of them were tagged. So we want to estimate the population of the lake. So we need to set this up with some statements first so we know what we're actually trying to find. So the first thing we need to state is we need to let P be the fish population. The second thing we need to state here is that in the recaptured sample, 23, and this is all from our information here, out of 90 fish were previously tagged. And the last thing here that we just need to state is that in the population, out of the population, which is P, were tagged. So now we can start putting these into those equivalent fractions. So we know 56 out of P were tagged, and if we look at that recaptured sample, it was 23 out of 90 fish that were tagged. I'm just going to flip both of these fractions upside down or find their reciprocal so that I have P as my numerator. So I flipped those two around and I'm doing the same to the right hand side. Now that I have P as my numerator, I can multiply both sides by 56 and that will keep just P on its own on this left hand side, making it the subject, and that's what I want to find. I want to find that population. So P equals what I do to that left-hand side, I'm also having to do to the right. So I've multiplied both sides by 56 to eliminate the fraction on the left, and I have to then multiply that fraction on the right by 56. So 90 over 23 multiplied by 56. And we get 219.13. And again, because we're talking about an item, I need to round that so it becomes 219 fish. Now, because this is a worded question, we need to make sure we finish off with a sentence answer. So therefore, there are about 219 fish in the lake, as we're just trying to find what that population is based on what's been caught and recaptured.